20, 50, and 100. 20, 50, and 100. 20, 50, and 100 Philippine Peso bills. In color orange, 20 pesos. Manuel L. Quezon has an image. Color orange, 20 pesos. 20 peso bill. Color red, 50 pesos. Sergio Osmeña has an image. Color red, 50 pesos. 50 peso bill. In color violet, 100 pesos. Manuel A. Rojas has an image. Color violet, 100 pesos. 100 peso bill. Twenty, 50, and 100. 20, 50, and 100. 20, 50, and 100 Philippine Peso bills. Philippine Peso bills. Today, I will introduce to you some of the Philippine Peso banknotes, which are 20 pesos, 50 pesos, and 100 pesos. In front of these Philippine Peso banknotes, we would see the name of our country, which is Republika ng Pilipinas. The coat of arms of the Philippines or the Sagisag ng Pilipinas. The logo of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. The banknote's serial number. The date of printing. The value written in words. 20 piso, 50 piso, 100 piso. And the value written in numerical symbols. 20, 50, 100. At the back of these Philippine Peso banknotes, we would see a white silhouette of the sun of the Philippine flag. An image of the map of the Philippines. The value written in words. 20 piso, 50 piso, 100 piso. And the value written in symbols. 20, 50, 100. All Philippine Peso banknotes has the size of 160 mm in width and 66 mm in height. These are 80% cotton and 20% abaca fiber when it comes to the material used. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas redesigns new currency bills and further security features to avoid cloning. Every bill has highlighted famous Filipino and iconic natural wonder of the Philippines. First, let's take a closer look at the Philippine 20 peso note. The Philippine 20 peso note is a denomination of the Philippine currency. Its main color is orange. In 2017, the updated New Generation Series 20 peso banknote was issued. However, in 2019, the 20 peso note was replaced by a coin to solve the overuse of this banknote. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas states that the new 20 peso coin will last for 10 to 15 years longer than the 20 peso banknote. Currently, there are two versions of 20 pesos in circulation. First is the 20 peso banknote from the updated version of the New Generation series of 2017. And the 20 peso coin from the New Generation Currency series of 2019. 20 pesos. Say 20 pesos. In Filipino, we formally call it 20 piso. Say 20 piso. And we commonly call it 20 pesos. Say 20 pesos. In front of a Philippine 20 peso note, we would see a portrait of Manuel L. Quezon. Manuel L. Quezon is the second president of the Philippines after Emilio Aguinaldo. Then, an illustration of an event which is the declaration of Filipino as the second language. Also, there is a picture of Malacañang Palace. Malacañang Palace is the official residence and principal workplace of the President of the Philippines. At the back of a Philippine 20 peso note, we would see an image of Banawe rice terraces. The Banawe rice terraces, or the hagdang-hagdang palayan ng Banawe, are terraces that were carved by the ancestors of the indigenous people into the mountains of Banawe, Ifugao, in the Philippines. Then, there is an image of a palm civet. Palm civet from the Cordilleras, or musang, known as alamid, is a tree-living critter that likes to eat coffee beans. Also, there is an image of Cordilleras weave design. These are traditional woven fabrics from Cordillera. The Philippine 20 peso note is written in symbol like this, or like this. It is written in words like this. Its value is 20.00 Philippine pesos, or 20 PHP. Next, let's take a closer look at the Philippine 50 peso note. The Philippine 50 peso note is a denomination of Philippine currency. Its main color is red. Currently, there are two versions of 50 pesos in circulation. First is the original version of the New Generation Currency series, which was issued on December 17, 2010. And the enhanced version of New Generation Currency series, which was issued on July 29, 2020. 50 pesos. Say 50 pesos. In Filipino, we formally call it 50 piso. Say 50 piso. And we commonly call it 50 pesos. Say 50 pesos. In front of a Philippine 50 peso note, we would see a portrait of Sergio Osmeña Sr. Sergio Osmeña Sr. was a Filipino politician who served as the fourth President of the Philippines from 1944 to 1946. Then, an illustration of an event, which is the first Philippine Assembly, happened in 1907. Also, there is an image of Leyte Landing, happened in October 1944. The MacArthur Leyte Landing Memorial National Park is a protected area of the Philippines that commemorates the historic landing of General Douglas MacArthur in Leyte Gulf. At the back of a Philippine 50 peso note, we would see an image of Taal Lake. The Taal Lake, or the Lawa ng Taal, is a freshwater volcanic crater lake in the province of Batangas, on the island of Luzon in the Philippines. Then, there is an image of a giant trevally, or maliputo. Maliputo is a huge fish that can weigh up to 80 kilograms and caught only inside Taal Lake. Also, there is an image of the embroidery design of Batangas. The town of Taal, Batangas had a long tradition of hand embroidery since the turn of the century. The Philippine 50 peso note is written in symbols like this or like this. It is written in words like this. Its value is 50.00 Philippine pesos or 50 PHP. Lastly, let's take a closer look at the Philippine 100 peso note. The Philippine 100 peso note is a denomination of Philippine currency. Its main color is violet. Currently, there are 3 versions of 100 pesos in circulation. First is the violet with blue underprint variety from the original version of New Generation Currency Series, which was issued on December 17, 2010. Second is the stronger violet or the mauve variety from the updated version of New Generation Currency Series, which was issued on April 11, 2015. And third is the enhanced version of New Generation Currency Series, which was issued on July 29, 2020. 100 pesos. Say 100 pesos. In Filipino, we formally call it sandaang piso. Say sandaang piso. In front of a Philippine 100 peso note, we would see a portrait of Manuel A. Rojas. Manuel A. Rojas was the 5th President of the Philippines who served from 1946 until his death in 1948. Then, an image of Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or Central Bank of the Philippines building in Intramuros on 1949. Also, there is an illustration of an event which is the inauguration of the Third Philippine Republic happened in July 4, 1946. During the inauguration of the Third Republic, President Manuel Rojas shakes the hand of General Field Marshal Douglas MacArthur of the United States, then the Supreme Commander for the Allied Powers. the back of a Philippine 100 peso note, we would see an image of Mayon volcano. The Mayon volcano, or the Bulkang Mayon, is an active stratovolcano in the province of Albay, in Bicol region, on the island of Luzon in the Philippines. It is popular for its perfect cone shape. Then, there is an image of a whale shark or butanding. The whale shark or butanding is the largest known living fish species in the world. Donsol, Sorsogon is a seasonal feeding site for a large school of whale sharks, and tourists come from all over to go snorkeling next to these gentle giants. Also, there is an image of the Bicol textile design. There are weaving communities in Bicol, and they are hard at work producing woven artifacts. The Philippine 100 peso bill is written in symbols like this, or like this. It is written in words like this. Its value is 100.00 Philippine pesos, or 100 PHP. Now, let's have a practice. Get your pen and paper because you are going to say and write the amount of the following Philippine peso bills in symbols. Number 1. What Philippine peso bill is this? You have 30 seconds to write your answer. Right! This is a 20 peso bill. It is written like this. Number 2. What Philippine peso bill is this? Timer starts now. Absolutely! This is a 100 peso bill. It is written like this. Number 3. What Philippine peso bill is this? Timer starts now. Great job! This is a 50 peso bill. It is written like this. Number 4. What Philippine peso bill is this? You have 30 seconds to write your answer. Right! This is a 50 peso bill. It is written like this. Number 5. What Philippine peso bill is this? Absolutely! This is a 100 peso bill, and it is written like this. And last, what Philippine peso bill is this? Good job! This is a 20 peso bill. It is written like this. Remember, in our country, we use the term peso for our money. Each Philippine peso bill has its own corresponding value. Every bill promotes different landmarks, tourist spot, different kind of weaving design, and also shows the history of the Philippines. When writing the peso money in symbols, we use the peso sign. Always keep in mind, always be thankful that our parents have enough money to buy our needs. This is Teacher April saying, let's keep learning and growing together. That's all for today. See you next time. Bye! $20, $50, and $100. $20, $50, and $100. $20, $50, and $100. Philippine peso bills. In color orange, 20 pesos. Manuel L. Quezon has an image. Color orange, 20 pesos. 20 peso bill. Color red, 50 pesos. Sergio Osmeña has an image. Color red, 50 pesos. 50 peso bill. In color violet, 100 pesos. Manuel A. Rojas has an image. Color violet, 100 pesos. 100 peso bill. $20, $50, and $100. $20, $50, and $100.